Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to a Lost in the Pond video, and it's from a few years back, 2 years ago, but I don't know exactly when it was posted. Nearly 3 years ago, because it's June 26th, and the video is 6 sources I only encountered after moving to America. And if I was to think of sources that I think are American, not only in America, would be like barbecue sauce, or Texas barbecue sauce, a specific one, and ranch sauce, which probably will be on here. But I've never tried ranch sauce because I'm very picky with sauces. I hate mayonnaise. I hate ketchup. And I don't really like trying sauces. I don't know why, but I love barbecue sauce because it's just the most. I don't know. It's just probably the unhealthiest sauce, and for that reason, I love it. But and also I like hoisin sauce. Like hoisin duck is like one of my favorite things. So that's like the limits for me. Would gravy be considered a sauce? No, because it's not sold in sauce packets. But yeah, that is the limits of what I like for sauces. But specific sauces in the US, I don't know. What's a British sauce? Typical British sauce. Would it just be like ketchup? 7 most popular British sauces. Marmite. Worcester sauce. I've never had Worcester sauce before, but I've heard of it. I heard of it because, I mean, it's a well-known sauce, but I've never had it. That's what I mean. I don't try sauces. Mint sauce. Wait. Oh, Jesus. Liqueur sauce that's got like alcohol in it, I guess. No. Sounds quite nice, to be fair. Mint sauce. I don't like mint, so I wouldn't like that. Cumberland sauce. But this isn't like the sauces that you get in like bottles and stuff, is it? Mary Rosie sauce. Mary Rose sauce. What the hell is that? I mean, it's got mayonnaise, so no thank you. Bread sauce, no. Horseradish sauce, no. Apple sauce, it could be nice. I mean, I like cranberry sauce, cranberry jam or whatever. Like you put it as like you have it with savoury foods. That's nice, especially with like chicken. What's it called? What do they have in Vienna? Chicken, the breaded chicken thing. Not chicken Kievs. It's like popular in Europe pretty much. I can't remember the name. I don't know how that's left my mind. But yeah, this is a long intro. But sauces that are specific to the US, we're gonna see here is ketchup. Like, let me just search this as well. Where was ketchup made? Was ketchup made? Invented? Oh, it doesn't matter. Imperial China. Oh, barbecue sauce. Probably the US, right? In a Dominican missionary. Wow. I mean, that's a surprise. I didn't realize these sources went back so far back. But hey, we're going to check these out and see some of the sources that are only in the US, I assume.
That's right, mind blown. I was today years old when I discovered that it originated in Georgian Britain. Hello, I'm Lawrence and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to sauces. One thing that I can tell you since moving to America is that Americans are absolutely obsessed with sauce. They put it on virtually everything, including sandwiches, which means you're not just licking your lips but also your fingers. And because of this national obsession, several sources have told me that several sauces originated here in the United States. That's sources and sauces, different. Now, a quick caveat, when I say sauces, the definition in this case is quite broad. It could be a dip, it could be a condiment, it could be a salad dressing.
See, when I think of sauces, I initially think of dip because it's what you dip stuff into, but it could be all kinds of things. If this is the case, I guess gravy would be considered a sauce and stuff like that. But when I think of sauces, I'm automatically thinking of like the ones that you'll like dip your fries or your chips into and that sort of stuff.
And it's worth acknowledging before I go ahead that there are thousands of other sauces that didn't make this list, and that's simply because I haven't yet encountered them. The ones that are on this list are the ones that have entered my mouth. We're still talking about sauces. Also, bear in mind that the likes of ketchup and mayonnaise were not only sauces that I encountered in Britain, but devoured on a regular basis. Therefore, they didn't make the list.
And people, my brother, oh my god, he used to mix. This makes me cringe to think about because I don't know why. I shouldn't cringe that much, but it makes me feel sick. You'd mix ketchup and mayonnaise and like you just mix it together and make your own sauce. And now that's a sauce that's sold as its own in the UK, and I just can't. It makes me feel sick, man. I can't. Oh my god.
And so, without further ado, let's take a look at 6 sauces I only encountered after moving to America. A few years ago, I visited the city of Boise in Idaho, where I learned a couple of things. Firstly, that locals pronounce it Boise and not Boise, and also that in the states of Idaho and Utah exists a condiment known as fry sauce. And its purpose is exactly as you'd imagine.
Fry?
It is for dipping fries and also onion rings, or your finger if you've had too many tequilas. And at a work event, I was peer pressured by locals to try fry sauce. So I did, and as they looked back at me for my reaction, all I could think was that it tasted partly like ketchup and partly like mayo. And that's because it is!
Oh.
Somebody decided that 2 parts mayo and 1 part ketchup would make a great paint for my bedroom. But also a condiment, and I have to report, it wasn't altogether that bad. You're just not likely to find it anywhere else in America. Unlike this.
Italian dressing. Italian dressing. But that's a weird name for an American sauce. I guess Italian influence, but what would be in
America does love its imports, so you'll be surprised to find that Italian dressing isn't one of them. Like wrestling star John Cena, it was conceived in Massachusetts and is used as a salad dressing. Only the first part of that is like John Cena. And I've sort of cheated here because this isn't really a sauce, it's more a vinaigrette. But it was the most popular dressing in the United States until it was usurped by an entry that's going to be on this list later. But usually Italian dressing is quite nice. Not only do you add it to the likes of a pasta salad or something like that, you can marinate meat with it, right? And it's quite sweet. A bit like another entry that we're going to get to later too. Typically, this is what it consists of. Water, vinegar or lemon juice, vegetable oil, chopped bell peppers, sugar or corn syrup, and a blend of herbs and spices. And while surprisingly this dressing was not an import, the next sauce on our list rather surprisingly was.
A1 steak sauce.
When I moved to America, I vowed to come to terms with all of the things that I wouldn't be able to access anymore. So Yorkshire pudding, curly whirlies, and cheese rolling events in Gloucestershire. But try as I might, I
Curly whirlies ain't that good. Come on now.
found it very difficult to come to terms with the absence of one thing in particular, HP brown sauce. Until one day it was brought to my attention that America had created its own alternative, A1 steak sauce.
See, I used to think brown sauce was barbecue sauce when I was younger, right? And then I realised, wait, it doesn't taste the same. And then I realised I don't like brown sauce. I didn't mind it that much, but it just didn't, for me, it didn't really hit the spot. Barbecue sauce just, it hits all the spots. I can have barbecue sauce. I couldn't have it with everything, but it's just for burgers. For me, I'll have barbecue like sauce with burgers and just chips on the side or fries on the side and whatever, and I'm happy. I don't know what, because obviously sauces will match different things. Like if I was gonna have, there are definitely some meals I wouldn't have barbecue sauce with, right? Because that would just be nasty. I only really have it in burgers and chips, to be honest, because I don't actually use it that much. I don't really use sauce that much. Like I'll use, like when I make pad thai stuff, it will come with like a sachet of the sauce then. So I guess pad thai sauce or whatever you consider that, which is, I think it's like oyster sauce maybe. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not that crazy with sauces in general. So I feel like I'm coming across as if I have barbecue sauce with everything. That is not the case, but it is definitely my go-to without a doubt. And brown sauce just doesn't hit that spot. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't really taste. I mean, it tastes of something, but I don't know what.
And so I tried it, liked it, figured I'd go ahead and buy it, and all this time I believed it to be an American equivalent of HP brown sauce. But technically, it's not. It didn't originate in Texas or California or Oklahoma, nor was it a product of the Deep South or the Northeast or the Northwest or anywhere in the United States, because it came from England. That's right, mind blown. I was today years old when I discovered that it originated in Georgian Britain.
I mean, it is the most British sauce, right? And that's why I just think there's nothing really special to it.
In fact, the sauce on which it was based was created by a chef to King George IV. And get this, because this is amazing, the rumour is that the name A1 came about because King George, upon sampling the sauce, said this: A1! Right, he was really down with the kids at the time. And thereafter, the name stuck. Actually, that's not quite true. It started life under the label Brand & Co. It was only after a branding dispute that the name, while still under that label, was named A1. And then soon after, in the 19th century, it was marketed in North America, where it began to take off and eventually become one of North America's premium steak sauces. In Britain, its popularity was usurped by H.P. Brown sauce, no relation to me. However, you can still get it at Tesco if you look hard enough.
Blue cheese dressing.
I love blue cheese, and even more than that, I love blue cheese dressing. Can't believe I never encountered this in Britain, but it could be something to do with the fact that I never used to eat salads. On the other hand, you don't just use it with salad. Blue cheese dressing is particularly good with buffalo wings. And before my British viewers get excited and think that America is populated by flying buffalo, buffalo wings are just a style of chicken wings that originated in Buffalo, New York. It's like saying Yorkshire tea or Gloucester cheese or the London suede. Either way, blue cheese dressing is arguably my favourite sauce on this list. We close out today's video with my two least favourite.
Okay. Ranch. See, I don't know what it tastes like. I'm going to assume based off the colour, it's like, not mayonnaise. I wouldn't say it like mayonnaise. What's the sour? No, what's it called? There's the other white sauce. Salad dressing sauce. That's what it's called. Salad dressing, I think.
Given that a 2017 survey found that 40% of Americans considered ranch to be their favourite dressing, I might be in the minority here. It's not like ranch is terrible, it's actually alright, it's just that every time I receive it with some sort of takeout, I hold it up every time and assume with glee that it's mayonnaise. And yes, that's really how I pronounce mayonnaise, and I love mayonnaise, and when I discover that it's not mayonnaise, I go into a weird phase. But one thing you can say for ranch is that it's definitely American. And why is it called ranch? Was it discovered hanging out inside a ranch? Actually, yes. It was developed by a husband and wife at their ranch in Santa Barbara County, California. This wasn't the only item on the menu, but it quickly became popular with their customers, and soon, over the next few decades, it became popular with Americans. And ranch is absolutely everywhere, and I mean that. Thankfully, we've since redecorated. But what is ranch, I hear you asking, unless you're American? Well, ranch is often used as a dip for things like celery or fried food or ice cream cones if you're my Uncle Toby. And to give you an idea of its flavour without feeding you it through the camera, it consists of the following ingredients: buttermilk, salt, garlic, onion, mustard, herbs and spices, and often mixed into mayo, hence my confusion.
Oh, yeah.
And finally, BBQ, which to be clear is not the British Broadcasting Corporation. It is barbecue, or in this case, barbecue sauce. Again, it's not that I detest barbecue sauce, it's just that I grew up expecting my meat not to be sweet, unless it was sweet meat.
Oh, mate, I love barbecue sauce. I might have some after this and just, mate, what do I get? God, do I just get some chicken wings, some just barbecue flavoured chicken wings, or some barbecue ribs? Oh, I mean, that'd be a good pre-gym meal. Probably not, but I can burn it off after. Oh, I just love barbecue sauce, and I'm so hungry now as well. It's not even midday yet, and that's not really a thing that I'd have until like dinner, but don't disrespect barbecue sauce, please. My girlfriend hates it, and I don't understand. It's just the best.
Which is something altogether different. And that for me is one of the overriding elements of barbecue sauce, because one of the ingredients is either sugar or molasses. Now, I do get the feeling that this is probably available in Britain. I just happen to have never had it. And I think the same is probably true of most British people, because it's just not so culturally ingrained in Britain.
I mean, to be fair, I always get the same sauce, but you'll get it as a sauce in most places. Whenever I've gone to a place, you'll always get it. Like, there's always barbecue sauce options. Maybe it's changed from when he was here, but I never struggled to get it in my shops near me. I can get barbecue sauce like in a bottle and I can use it whenever. Like I always have barbecue sauce.
Britain, as it is here.
And you can even now get some American barbecue sauces in the UK. I saw in my local, just a small little shop near me. There was, what's the American? It's like this style of sauce. It's the Americans. I got sent it before, but you can also get it in the shops. And yeah, you can just get it in English shops. So I saw it there once. I don't know if it's there now, but I was surprised. I was like, wait, what? This is a random thing to have here. But
this is particularly true when we're talking about the southern United States like Texas and Oklahoma. But barbecue sauce is very much available everywhere. And at this time of year, perhaps more than any, you will see people whipping it out. Don't. And it's quite versatile. It can be used as a condiment. It can be used as a sauce. It can be used for marinating meat. Again, no. And if somebody out of the goodness of their heart makes me a barbecue burger, I'm not going to say no. Don't start sending me them in the mail. That's it for this episode.
What's this disrespect, man? I'm not having it. Mayonnaise and barbecue sauce, it is not a competition. Let's right now. What do you prefer? Okay, so for me, the three main sauces would be ketchup, barbecue sauce, and mayonnaise. Because in the UK, they're sort of the ones that people have. But in the US, it'd probably be, what's your favourite sauce? Ranch, barbecue, or ketchup? I assume ketchup's massive in the US. I think ketchup's just a sauce that's big everywhere. Out of those three sauces, ketchup, barbecue, and mayonnaise. No, ketchup, barbecue, and ranch, or mayonnaise. I mean, it's probably the same, but if you want mayonnaise as well. What are your favourite out of those? Comment underneath this video, because I want to know how much more popular those sauces are than barbecue, or if barbecue is just getting disrespected by Lawrence here. But god damn, I can't have the barbecue sauce disrespect. It's just so much better, but I don't know, for me it just hits the spot. Like, mayonnaise is too, like, I mean, I used to eat it with like foods, and I used to have ketchup, but it just, for me, it doesn't really add much. I want to be like, I guess with barbecue sauce, it's too much flavour, so it takes over the flavour from like whatever food you're having, as opposed to maybe mayonnaise is a bit more bland, so you still taste the other food as well. But that's not a problem for me, man. If I've got some barbecue sauce and it takes too much flavour, that's fine by me. That's fine by me. But let me know your favourite sauces in the comments. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. I had fry sauce in France in seafood crepe. They called it sauce americana. What the hell? What do I want to search? I was gonna search something and I forgot. I'm trying to think. Oh, is oyster sauce in pad thai? Because I love pad thai. It's so good. Pad thai is amazing, especially homemade. I prefer it when I make it at home and just put loads of vegetables in it, and just chicken, bit of egg, got nuts in it. You got I mean, I overdo it, but for me, I like it because it makes me feel a bit better about myself, because it's not the healthiest of foods. The sauce isn't, but you add all these vegetables, and when I say I overdo it, man, it's like I've got vegetables as the main thing. Got chicken. It's just, but also when we eat out, it's my girlfriend's favorite food as well. But it is just amazing. Just look how good it looks. If it wants to load. This doesn't look as good as it usually does, to be honest. Mine looks better than this. The fuck? This one? God, my internet stinks. This is a bit better, but I just love it, man. Oh, pad thai. If you've never had it before and you like noodle stuff, I would say try it, but I'm sure you've all had it before. But anyway, this is this reaction. Hopefully you enjoyed. And yeah, these sauces, the best for me would be barbecue. What was this one here? Fry sauce. It's just no, thank you. Italian dressing, yeah, that would probably be fine. I mean, I'm sure you can get that here. A1 sauce, not a fan of brown sauce. Ranch, no thank you. Barbecue, yes please. But I am very fussy, so yeah, you can probably tell from this video. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, peace.